Shalom, shalom. I'm Brother Karef, and I'm going to give all honor and praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, the Kakadash. Double honor and blessing for the elders, the apostle, great millstone. The water Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai for the elder, the apostle on down, for waking me up to the wisdom, our truth, and understanding. Through the spirit power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Shalom to the true argument. They're doing the truth and sincerely as well across the folk on the earth, wherever you might be scattered. Shalom to the free I believe as well, meaning the sister with that, and say shalom. I try to make it kind of quick. You know, I'm at the plantation right now. I'm a little break. Going to Romans chapter 10. You know, we'll read all the way down to verse 21, according to the scripture, right? Going to that, you know, believing on Yahweh Shai, while people call Jesus according to the Bible. But Romans chapter 10, verse 1. It say, brethren, my heart desire and prayer to Yahweh for Israel. It say, is that they might be saved. See, then there's another thing proving that the one who you call God of the Bible are dealing with the Israelites, the 12 tribe, which you so-called African American, Native American Indians, so-called Latino, Hispanic. That's the Lord chosen people. The Lord ain't dealing with everybody according to the Bible. So the way they teach it in the church, man, that plantation, you know, Christianity, according to the scriptures. The Lord only dealing with a certain people. The Lord ain't dealing with everybody according to the Bible, right? It say, brethren, my heart desire and prayer to Yahweh for Israel. It say, is that they might be saved. See, and can't nobody be saved with Israel, the 12 tribe. It say, for I bear them record that they have a zeal of Yahweh, but not according to the knowledge. For they being ignorant of Yahweh's righteousness and going about to establish their own righteousness, have not submitted themselves unto the righteousness of Yahweh, right? Because our folks set themselves up. You know, they don't go by the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. They setting up their own righteousness, where they believe in right in their mind, you know, where it feel good to them in the flesh. You know, they establish their own righteousness, which with all these different philosophies, you know, different teaching of the doctrine, you know, different religion, whatever they might be in, you know. But hey, what the Lord say, hey, trust in the Lord with all thy heart, and lean out to your own understanding. See, a lot of our people, they lean onto their own understanding, man, and thinking that's right, but it's off according to the scripture. It say for Hamashiach, it say Christ, but Hebrew Hamashiach, the anointed and chosen one. For Hamashiach is the end of the law for righteousness to everyone that believes. So he say, hey, then that's another thing. You got all the other accounts. They always be teaching about the laws. You know, we not going to be delivered by the law. You know, we supposed to rehearse the rights act to the best of our ability. You know, we not going to be saved trying to keep the law, man. It's possible. The flesh ain't in the sin. The flesh is known to go off. Some point down the line, you going to go off, right? So all that with the other counts be teaching, the laws, they never really teach on prophecy about the RFID, microchip, about the Lord coming back, the famine destruction. They don't teach on them kind of thing. They mostly be talking about keeping the laws, but we supposed to rehearse the righteous act. You're not going to be delivered by trying to keep the laws. We're not perfect. We're not Yahweh Shai. For Hamashiach is the end of the law for righteousness to everyone that believe in him, right? You got to believe in Yahweh Shai. For Moses described the righteousness which is of the law, that the man which doeth these things should live by them, but the righteousness which is of faith, speaking on this wise, it say not in thy heart, meaning mind, who should ascend into heaven, that it is to bring Hamashiach down from above, right? Because the truth, it right here in your face, man. You know, it's in you. This wisdom, knowledge, and understanding is in you, right? Hey, you ain't got to go, like I said, who gonna go to the heavens and bring your house shot down and all that? No, man. The truth right here, man. The truth is right here on the earth, right? It said, but righteousness, which is of faith, is all going back to faith, right? The words of Yahweh, believe in the words of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You know, these scriptures, this Bible. But the righteousness which is of faith speak on this wise, say not in thy heart, meaning mind, who should ascend to heaven, that is to bring Hamashiach down from above, or who should descend into the deep, into the deep, that is to bring up Hamashiach again from the dead. But what saith it, the word is not thee, right? It's near, even in thy mouth, because they go by the words of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. through the Spirit, the truth of these scriptures, the Holy Bible. All right. It say, but what saith, the word is nigh thee, mean near, even in thy mouth and in thy heart, mean mind. This is the word of faith which we preach, right? The word of faith which we preach. Because the ones who the Lord got set up out here today, we actually believe in the truth. We believe in his Bible, full truth. We believe in it. The wisdom and understanding of Yahweh Shem Yahushua according to the scripture, man. Right? And we preach of it. You ain't got to go search and dig for it. Like I say, who should dig Yahushua up or bring him down from the heavens? No, it's right here. According to the scripture, you in the Bible, man. It's how you gonna get your wisdom, knowledge, and understanding through the holy scriptures of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. That's how you gonna get understanding of Yahweh Shem Yahushua through these scriptures. It say, I'm gonna read that part again. It said, but what saith it, the word is nigh thee, even in thy mouth and in thy heart. That is the word of faith which we preach. It said that if thou should confess with thy mouth the Lord Yahushua, should believe in thy heart that Yahweh had raised him from the dead, thou should be saved. Right? You actually got to believe in Yahweh Shem Yahushua, because you can't worship Yahweh without believing Yahushua. You got to go through Yahushua to get to Yahweh. Yahushua is the interception. He the interception for us to Yahweh. He that way to Yahushua, to Shalak to Yahweh. Yahushua is. It say, for with thy heart man believe unto righteousness, and with thy mouth confession is made unto salvation. For the scriptures say, whosoever believe on him should not be ashamed. For there is no difference between the Jew and the Greek. For the same Lord over all is rich unto all that call upon him. And they say no difference between Jew and Greek, because at that time you had Greeks taking on the custom. You had Israelites taking on the custom of the Greeks. Just like today, when you got these so-called Negroes call themselves African American. You calling yourself an American, which that what Esau labeled you, and he called himself. You taking on of a nationality, really. If you saying you're American, you're going after nationality of an Edomite, right? Talking about you American, you're not American. We the Israelites, the Lord chosen people, the Hebrew Israelites. With the confusion of faces, because it ain't just a black thing either. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have Israelites look like other tribes. You're gonna have Israelites that look like Edomites, so-called white man, red man, all these other nations. We scatter and mix upon all nations, right? And it say, for there is no difference between the Jew and the Greek, right? It's just Israelite taking on Greek customs. For the same Lord over all is rich unto all that call upon him. For whosoever should call upon the name of the Lord should be saved. The Lord, Yahushua, Yahweh Shem Yahushua. How then should they call on him in who they have not believed? And how should they believe in him of who they have not heard? And how should they hear without a preacher? Right? Because you're not gonna hear about the melanated God, powers to be Yahweh Yahushua, without having a true prophet, a real teacher of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. But when it boil down to it, the prophets, the true prophet, gonna come among your people. The Lord not gonna have different nations teaching you about him, according to the Bible. So when it goes back down to it, your power, how you gonna learn about your power? The Lord gonna set you up teachers, real teachers, according to his spirit. He's gonna teach the truth. It said, how then should they call on him, right? How you gonna call on Yahweh Shem Yahushua if you've never been taught about it? You've been taught about Jesus, about the white man, teach Ray Boys. You've been taught about him. You already know about him, but you don't know about Yahushua. The only way you're gonna find it out through the real true prophets. How then should they call on him in who they have not believed? And how should they believe in him on who they have not heard? And how should they hear without a preacher? And how should they preach except they be sent? Right? As it is written, it said, how beautiful are the feet of them that preach the gospel of peace and bring glad tidings of good things, but they have not all obeyed the gospel. For Isaiah say, Lord, who have believed our report. So then faith come by hearing, and hearing by the words of Yahweh. But I say, have they not heard? Yes, verily, their sound went into all the earth. What's going on today? And they words unto the ends of the world. And we over here, well, according to, hey, we over here to the ends of the world, right? We are on the other side of the world, pushing the gospel in America. The majority of where we at, we scattered abroad, but the majority of us in America, right? It's about how should say, but I say, have they not heard? Yes, verily, truly, their sound went into all the earth, and they going out and forth with through the internet, and they words unto the ends of the world. But I say, did not Israel know? First Moses saith, I will provoke you to jealousy by them that are no people. See, the Lord ain't dealing with all these other nations, man. He said he gonna provoke you to jealousy by them that are no people. That's who the Lord not dealing with. It's saying by a foolish nation will anger you. But Esaias is very bold and say, I was found of them that saw me not. I was made manifest to them that asked not after me. But to Israel, he saith, all day long I have stretched forth my hands unto a disobedient and gainsaying people. Right? So when all boil down to it, man, you got to believe in the words of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. And the only way you're going to learn to hear about Yahweh Shem Yahushua is through the real true prophet, man. Yahweh the one who our people call God, and Yahushua the one who our people call Jesus. Right? But with all that, I'm going to say, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushua, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushua, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushua. With that, I'm say, Shalom.